struggles to small to see, right? She still wants to grow up and she wants to develop. So this is like a challenge to her, like a transition. So that is what she wants to see.
Here in this panel we have Margie and the mother. Here there's her neighbor's house that had just been bought. And we can see throughout the book that all the pictures are black and white, but in here we have a different shading. So it's the first bombing Margie sees, and she's shocked because she thought that war was only for soldiers who only died in war, but she sees in this panel that innocent people can die too. When she's walking throughout the bombing, she sees her friends in her neighbor's bracelet. So that's where Margie starts to think that innocent people can die too. And she's really devastated about that, so she sees now war as a tragedy. The figures used here are her hands and her feet, and we can see here, and the position of her hand, it shows that she is amazed by the results of war. Also, we can see the closure of the panels, because they really emphasize the emotions of Margie and her target.
So now we can look at part two, which is a book which is more based in Margian's experience both in Europe and our country returns to Iran. And yeah, she does not focus so much in the context because she has already said that. And there are very important aspects in her life during this book, and we can see at some of them, like friendships. Friendships are very important in her life because through them, mainly in Austria, she learns how to live in a new culture, even find new values and her identity, and also she now discovers a very important feeling of belonging to a community, which is very important for her, as we can see in the following two. The following two shows how Marjan is leaving the region of Tyrol after she visited her roommate's family, and she during that time she felt as a part of the family. She felt finally accepted in Europe, and then we can see the second frame shows probably a moment later. Marjan is staring at the frame because we see that she's she could be very distracted at the moment, so she could not see the frame instantly. So it's probably a transition from synthesizing. So to represent this situation, which shows much of the importance of the friendships that have in Marjan, we can see that she uses mainly three devices, which are transitions, the captions, and metaphors. So captions are very important because they are normally used to give context, but this time they are used to express the thoughts that she has about this new experience. And in those thoughts, there is a very important device, which is metaphor, and she uses that to convey a tone of love and also the feeling that she has finally found a community where she belongs. And this is because she said, I had a new set of parents, or Lucia was my sister, which really conveyed that that she feels as a part of a new community, of a part of a community so important for her that it has transcended friendship. Her love is so deep for them that that they are now her family, not only friends. And also we can see the importance of symbolism because the frame symbolizes the friendship she has because it evokes those thoughts in her, and those thoughts are very important because we can see in the transition that it conveys a tone of reflection. Since the reader may assume that this scene, this frame occurs a time after she says goodbye, the reader assumes that during the gallery she has reflected about this experience and has found the importance and the value they have for her. And this is also very important because this reinforces the tone of love. It creates in the reader the image that she has a love that has that is very important in their thoughts and that is recurrently in her ideas. So in summary, for this friend, we can see that it's very important for her. So it is very important for her the new friendship that she has found, and the reader can understand that through the different devices used. Okay, so now another important aspect of her life is the search for her identity. So because in Austria, she needs to find certain characteristics that not only make her fit in society, but also also that make her more comfortable with herself and with which she can feel identified with. So these two tiers are very important to convey that idea because we can see Martin changing her look in a progression of frames, and we also see the thoughts she has in the process. So to represent this idea, she uses mainly four devices, which are the captions, sarcasm, transitions, and face expressions. So sarcasm is captions are used mainly to transmit the device of sarcasm, which is mainly expressed because she actually says the opposite from what happens in the frames. For example, she says, "I had a thick line of eyeliner," or a few sex pins, which actually convey the opposite from what happens in the frames. And this is used to make a contrast between her previous perspective and the perspective she has the moment she writes this. And this contrast is very important to show how much she has changed, and also how drastic were these changes in looking back at them. And well, we can see the use of transitions in this fragment because we see how the changes are presented. So we can see it is scene-to-scene transition. There are many scene-to-scene transitions, and these transitions are very important because they convey to the reader a feeling of continuity and development. Because the reader can see how the changes progress and change gradually until having a more drastic change. And this certainly would not have been conveyed if the changes would have been presented separated by other events. And also transitions are very important because the reader questions what happens during the gutters that make her change. so much. The reason my question if it's social pressure or if they are her ideas which made her change so much. And finally, we can see the face expressions, which are very important because she does not show determination in her face expression. She seems actually very confused or maybe disappointed, and this is very important because it shows how Marjan is not really controlling her changes. They just happen in her struggle to fit in society. So so in summary, these tears are very important because they show how Marjan really struggles to find an own identity where she can feel comfortable with, and also how she's not completely convinced about that, but she still does it in order to fit in society. So in conclusion, we can see that the book is composed of two parts because she wants because in the first book she wants to present how the different historical events changed her life, and she wants to present that that events through a different perspective for a Western audience. And in the second book, she wants to present her life, and but for that she must also give some context because people of a Western country would not understand why the changes occur so drastically.